Hey guys! So a while back, a few weeks ago actually, I posted a picture on Instagram saying that I was planning on having a Q&A video made. A questions and answer video where you ask the questions and I answer them. So I posted a picture and said that you can comment any question and I'll see if I might answer them in my video. So that's what I'll be doing today, and I'm going to try to keep the answers short because otherwise the video would be so long, so I'm gonna keep it short and simple, or try to at least. Let's start! I don't do so much dyeing. The only time I actually do or dye my hair is when I dye it in pastel colors. I've done red before and I did brown like 2 years back. But the thing is that I don't ever bleach my lengths. Like, I bleached it once, which was years ago, so the only thing I do is bleach my roots, so that doesn't damage my lengths. And when I dye my hair, I use semi-permanent hair dye, which is just hair toner, and that is much better for your hair than a hair dye, because it washes out after a few washes. So, and what I do to actually remove the dye is I don't bleach it. I don't ever bleach the hair dye away to get my hair back to blonde. I just use some shampoo and I mix it with vitamin C tablets. You can crush vitamin C tablets and put shampoo in it, and it works as a hair dye remover. So you can just Google that if you need to get rid of like any pastel colors. But I'm getting off right here. To keep my hair healthy, I just deep condition my hair. I use deep conditioner to my hair like almost every time I wash it, and I also use a lot of hair oils, a lot of it. So, and I try to avoid putting heat to my hair, and if I do, I always use a heat protector. So that's how I keep my hair healthy, and I also cut it every 3 months, like 1 centimeter or 2 every 3 months. So yeah, that's what I do. Thank you, I get so happy. I do. I know I don't always say thank you, but I really appreciate it, and I think you're beautiful too. Decent brushes. I really like the brushes that I got from Sigma Beauty. I didn't use many brushes before, but I really like Sigma Beauty's brushes. They're high quality and they're so soft, so that's kind of what I'm using at the moment. And my favorite beauty brand is, at the moment, it's probably NYX. I just discovered it kind of, or I think they just recently started selling NYX in Sweden. I have no idea, but I just been buying a lot of NYX stuff and I'm in love. I think it's cheap and I think the quality is great, and I love their lip products. I use coconut oil for my scalp. I put like a lot of it in my scalp, I massage it, and then I put my hair in a braid and leave it overnight, and then I wash it the day after. Gosh, I have no idea. I've been thinking about it for a while, but I do want to have a bearded dragon. I've been wanting to have a bearded dragon for like 8 years. So, and the color I want for my bearded dragon is like a white sandy, like cream white sandy color, I think. So I think my dragon, if I had one, would be like a cream white, like tints of gold or something, and I would probably name it like what would I name it? Steve, maybe? No, I have no idea, to be honest. It all depends on what like personality it would have or something. Something funny, maybe. I don't have an all-time favorite lip product, but I'm in love with these shades. I have like so many. These are like the shades that I'm using. They're kind of a reddish brown, and I think, but they're really they really suit my skin tone. So I really lipsticks and lip pencils in this color. So this is kind of what I'm using right now. It's Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm in the shade Sultry. I have to go with Marvel actually, because I like all the stories from Marvel, and with DC I only like Batman, so I have to go with Marvel. I haven't visited many European countries actually. I've been to Denmark and Tenerife and England. That's basically it, and Greece, but I'd love to go to Romania and like the whole UK. I'd love to see Ireland and Scotland, and I'd love to see France and Germany and so many places. Spain, Italy, like all the places. I wanted to be a veterinarian, if that's an English word. A person who is a doctor for animals. I think it's called veterinarian, I hope. My Tumblr got hacked and deleted, so I don't have that one anymore, but I do have DeviantArt. And my name is Mirish. It's mirish.deviant.com, and I post a lot of art, a lot of photography, and mostly stock pictures. And stock pictures is a picture where I am the model, or I use like objects and post them. They're unedited, and people can take them in full quality and edit them and just create such cool artwork with it. So that's kind of what I post on DeviantArt, and I've had it for like 7 or 8 years, which is kind of insane. My skin type is very dry, very fair, and I just use moisturizing cream for dry skin. I don't really use face washes. I use soap, which really dries my skin out, but otherwise I just use makeup wipes and a moisturizing cream for dry skin. And I don't really use matte foundations or powder, compact powder, because that also really dries my skin out. I lost my virginity when I was 17. No, I am not a good singer. Some people tell me I am, but those are just lies. I sing in the shower, and I sing only when I'm alone. So this question is gonna take a bit longer because it's been really requested, and I feel like I don't have so many tattoos that I can make a whole tattoo video out of it that people want, so I'm just gonna do it right now. So my first tattoo was this one, and it says Kostoba Senedenka, and then it's an arrow, and then it says Saldrises Postare Ixostaur, and that is High Valyrian from the Game of Thrones show. I wanted it to say stay strong and be brave, but I wanted it in a different language, and I didn't want like the original things like Latin or I don't know, English, whatever. I wanted it in something more original, kind of. So I contacted David J. Peterson, the guy who actually created the language for the show, and I asked him if he could translate it, and he could. Stay strong and be brave. The sentence couldn't be a sentence in High Valyrian, so it could just be strong and brave, kind of. So that's what he translated it to, and then I wanted something more, so I chose an arrow, and that is pretty mainstream, a pretty mainstream thing. Oh, what kind of? It's kind of a normal tattoo, an ordinary tattoo that everyone gets, but I really like the meaning behind it, because all my tattoos have some kind of meaning about things that I've been through in my life, and the strong and brave was a reminder that I have to stay strong and brave even through the hard times that I'm going to go through and that I've been through. So the arrow kind of means, it says something like, whenever life pulls you back, as if you pull an arrow back, it's going to shoot forward into something great. So I thought that was fitting. And then below it says Aldrisus postari exhausted, which means a dragon is not a slave. And I really like that. I think it's a bigger meaning behind it. To me, it's a bigger meaning because I love dragons all my life. I have like hundreds of drawings of dragons at home since I was a child. So it's not only because of Game of Thrones, because I've always loved dragons, and that had a big meaning too, but it also the meaning to me is that let's say I'm the dragon. I don't want to be a slave or anything. I don't want to feel trapped, if you know what I mean. I want to be free. And that's what a dragon is. It's free. It can't be trapped, you know? So I thought it was fitting, kind of. So that's what I decided to go with. And then my second tattoo that I got back in February, it is my 3 snowflakes right here. I can't show you, but I have 3 snowflakes on my left shoulder. And I got it because I think snowflakes are literally the most beautiful things in the world. I love snowflakes. I love looking at them, like whenever it snows here in Sweden. I'm mesmerized. So that's why I wanted to get them. And it's always gonna remind me of Sweden as well, and its beauty in nature. And then also a while back, a few months ago, I got 3 tattoos, 3 small ones. I got this one. It says, you can't see it really, but it says "Still I Rise," and it is a poem from Maya Angelou, which I love. You should really look it up. And then I also got this one. It says "Art Rave," and then it says 2014 in October 1st of October 2014 in Roman numbers, and that is Lady Gaga's last tour, the Art Rave, and she actually have a tattoo right here that says Art Pop, but I decided to go with Art Rave. Because if you didn't know, I got brought backstage. Me and my friends, she personally told us to come backstage after the show, and she said so many good things to me. Like, we were in a group and you couldn't really speak to her alone. We had to like ask questions in the group, and I just asked something, and because I've been through some really tough shit, sorry my language, but I just kind of let it all out in front of her. It was kind of embarrassing, but I think I needed it. And then she said she just told me such great things, and I felt like I wanted that. I wanted to remember that. So that's why I decided to get this one. And then I also have a Deathly Hallows symbol on my ankle, and I got it because Harry Potter has been my childhood. Like, it was my childhood, it still is, and that's why I wanted to get it. I have one pierced earlobe right here. I also have a stretched ear right here, and I used to have a septum piercing in my nose, and I also have a belly button ring. I'd love to visit Amsterdam. I think it'd be great. Some previous relationships perhaps, and I also regret that I didn't take all the opportunities I had when I lived in America. I wish I would have done more. I just wish I'd done a lot more that I could have done, but that I didn't do. That's kind of one thing that I really regret. That one is really hard. I have so many good memories, but if I had to pick one, it probably when I went on an exchange student trip to Florida, and we went to Disney World, we went to Universal Studios, we went everywhere. We did everything for a week, and it was amazing. I met so many new friends, some that I still talk to sometimes from around the world, and it was probably one of the best weeks in my life.